What is up, guys? Technicals here, coming at you today with something a little different. Have sort of an update compilation. I've been reorganizing my farm the past few days, and I'm slow to put out videos because I really want to get it reorganized. There's a lot of things I need to do, tighten it up, make it look good. So I'm going to show you some updates. I post updates in a very informal fashion over on a vlog channel. Link in the description below if you want to follow me there. But it's just sort of updates, nothing suitable for the main channel because it's not a ton of substance. Just kind of what I'm doing on a day-to-day. And if you have any interest in that, then it'll encourage me to upload more. So take a look if you want. Otherwise, I'm going to show you kind of the things I've been doing in the farm. Heat is a problem. It's a real problem right now. We're kissing 80 right now Fahrenheit here in the southeast United States, and it's only going to get worse. My farm is in a warehouse. I've said that before, and I operate businesses out of that warehouse, which means I have employees, and if they're having to work in 90, 100 degree Fahrenheit warehouse, then I'm going to have 0 employees soon. So I had to institute some kind of method to keep the heat from getting into the warehouse to them. I have to, keep my world separate here. So what I did is I actually put a ceiling in. I just finished it today. I still got to do a few things on it, but I put a ceiling in, and you might think, well, that's going to trap in all the heat. I'm like, well, that's exactly the idea. So I put a ceiling in. I beefed up my exhaust system. I completely gutted the rig room. I reorganized every single rig, played with the airflow a little bit, made it a little more logical. I still got a lot of work to do because I really want to make it super duper clean and neat in there because I stream it 24/7. You can check out what it looks like right now at twitch.tv/thetechnicals. It's just a stream of the farm. But I ran into some challenges here and there, and I stopped to take video from time to time to show some of the updates, but I think it came out pretty good, and I think in the next few days when I finalize, it's going to look a lot better. So it's really loud in the rig room, those fans going like crazy. I'm screaming into my phone while I take these videos, so I'm just going to kind of narrate over this. This is when I first started. I was spacing out cards a lot wider up on the top. That's to help dissipate the heat. You'll see some of the other rigs, I put the cards right on top of each other because I'm a big fan of those wire racks. They work just like the mining rig frames. You can put the cards nice and straight, parallel, right beside each other. And I was running into heat issues. So the rigs on the top, I left a lot of space because they're going to be subject to the most amount of heat as it collects in the top of the room. And so taking a look here, you can kind of get a sense of the cards, how close we're putting them together. The ones on top a little further apart, and the ones on bottom a little tighter. Now, I did a video on GPU cleaning methods, and unfortunately the blower device that I ordered didn't show up from Amazon, but it did come in eventually, and I was able to use it here and demonstrate sort of how well it cleans GPUs. It's like canned air, but just in a little electrical device. It's got some attachments that go on the front, and you can watch here when I blow it out, you see this big plume of dust come out. The lighting's terrible, it's on a phone. But you see these big plumes of dust come out. These cards have been in service for about 6 months, and you see all that dust there. So they've collected quite a bit of dust over time, and this thing just kills it. If you got a lot of GPUs to clean or just electronics in general, highly recommend picking one of these up. So here's another shot. You can see all the dust and muck in that card, just terrible. So again, it was really good idea to break down everything, give it a cleaning, not like a thorough cleaning where I'm taking off the cage and the shroud and cleaning it out with alcohol. I'm not going to do that with 100 plus GPUs. This is going to take too long, but blowing them out periodically is going to extend the life. Damn, I'm good looking. All right, so I'm up on a ladder. What I devised to do with the ceiling, rather than put in a grid or try to tie joists over top, my thought is to use thin insulation, like insulation board. It's in a 4x8 sheet. It's very light, easy to work with. And again, this is kind of a temporary ceiling. When winter comes around, I'm taking it off. It's not meant to be permanent. So what I devised doing is getting some C-struts from Lowe's and then running those from a central post, supporting them all the way around and then off that central post. So as you'll see, it'll kind of become clear what I plan to do. And as I laid the board on, I did that all today, and you should never put your face that close to a camera. No one wants to see you that up close. Still good looking though. All right, so looking here, this is the insulation board I was talking about. It is foam, so what I did is I coated the corners in duct tape. And as you can see here, this is the center support. It's made out of racks. I put a smaller rack on top of it, and then put the shelves upside down on each other, so when they compress, they're not just going to fall off, they're going to strengthen. So I put the C-struts along the edge here, and you'll see as I go down how it came together. All right, so I'm putting in the new exhaust. All right, here we go. So the C-struts on top, you can see I put a board on there just to kind of get an idea how high the ceiling was going to be. And then I had to put up lights because obviously the lights come from the very top of the warehouse. If I put boards on top, I'm going to need to get light in there. So I went ahead and put some lights on that center post. Here's the new exhaust system. I think this works way better. What I did is I got two elbows, 10-inch elbows length, and then ran it up high. The idea is to have the fan as high up as it can go because the heat rises, and I want to be sucking out the hottest air and pulling in the coldest air from underneath where the intake fan is. So you can see here, this is a very simple process. I just pulled off that hose, ran the two elbows, and then put it on a shelf here. The shelf also doubles as a support for the edge. All right, so taking a look here, I actually put fans along the walls. You need some clearance between the wall and the fan because otherwise it's not going to suck in any cold air. So I ran those, and then that's blowing the hot air towards the opposite side of the room where the intake fan is. So we got more boards up, and you can see it's starting to take shape. You can see the exhaust fan over there. You can see the rest of the room. If this guy would just hold the camera steady for 1 second, because you knew you were going to narrate this, why wouldn't you hold the camera steady? Here's a shot of me putting the board in place, and as you can see, they're very easy to manipulate. They're very lightweight, and all I did was I put it in place, and then if I ran into anything that needed to be cut out or notched out, I just marked it and did it. You can just kind of eyeball all of this all the way through. Got the fan in place, had to reverse it. It was actually sucking in air because I'm dumb, but doing a vape test, blow it in, underwhelming. Yeah. Doesn't quite work there, but if you blow it right on it, it doesn't matter though, because it's going to take in the air and then slowly going to replace it with cold. The principle still works, and as I monitor temperatures right now, that room is closed off, so the temperatures are staying pretty much what they were previously, which is a good sign to me. Basically complete. We got all the boards in place. There's some areas where it's not properly sealed up, and I knew from the beginning I wasn't going to seal it airtight, because, you know, as long as we're trapping most of the heat, then we can exhaust most of the heat. You know, sealing it up with duct tape and stuff, that's just the seams are gonna come apart anyway, and in the end, you're looking to get that 96% out versus, you know, 100%, because it's not going to be 100% efficient anyway. All right, so taking a look here, nice little pano shot. These are the rigs. It'd look better if you kind of get the camera a little up higher. Experimenting now with the tube on the intake fan, trying to blow some more cold air over there to those blower fans, because those rigs over there, they're getting a little hot, especially the ones that are really close together. Surprisingly, the RX 580 rigs aren't too hot because I put them lower to the ground where the colder air is, because they're the hot cards, and keep space between the cards the higher up they go. Amp miners, you know, nice spot for those. Those exhaust right out right away. No sense in exhausting an amp miner into the room. And then there's the fan. So we finished that off a couple hours ago. That room is sealed. The door's closed. All the boards are in place. The only thing we have is that big 24-inch drum fan blowing cool ambient air from the warehouse in. We have our cold air intake from the outside going as well, but those inlets are kind of small, and the filter really kills the CFM, and the exhaust fan going. And looking at our temperatures right now, obviously 1060 R3 running at 79. That's been my problem child. What I'm noticing is that none of the rigs are getting like really hot, but all the rigs are running just a little bit warmer. NVIDIA Mix 4 obviously having some issues at 49 degrees. It looks like it's got one restart on it. But overall, things looking pretty good here. That's the update of what I've been working on the past couple days. Got to get to work in the farm instead of just making videos all the time. But we do have a video coming out here in the next couple days on our What Coins to Mine series. We're looking at a few different coins this time, some that are not so good and some that are good, and then we're currently mining. So we'll take a look at those, and that's my update. If you've got any questions or suggestions on how you think I should lay out my farm, or tweaks that I can make for better efficiency, please let me know in the comments below. I give away Ethereum on every single video, and I'm giving away a mining rig at 2,000 subscribers. See links in the description below for full details. And so for now, let's get into this video's Ethereum winner. All right, party time. Let's give away some Ethereum. Going through the comments, Bitcoin Info, he says, Hey brother, I was on the stream. I was the second winner. I've still not received the Ethereum. Have a great day. Um, yeah, so I was waiting for him to give me his Ethereum address on stream. I had to keep the stream moving. So while I was waiting for him to send it, we moved on. We were giving away Ethereum so fast. I just neglected to send it to him. But Bitcoin info, I'm going to send it to you now, and I'm going to use that as this video's Ethereum giveaway because I said Ethereum on every single video, so this technically counts. I won't do this again, but anyway, that's Bitcoin info. I appreciate you stopping by, engaging with me, hanging out on stream. We're gonna check that against your address here. F22 got it, and he actually got 20 beans, so we're gonna send that off to him. Bitcoin info, thank you for your engagement and participating in stream. I'm the Technicals. See you next time.